Hey everyone, welcome to Obusa. Obusa is about 2 hours north of Tokyo by train, and it is home to the garden of Mr Suzuki. It is also known as the Taikan Bonsai Museum. As you can see behind me, everything is frozen up. So let's see whether the garden has a lot of trees or whether most of the trees are in storage. I'm going to have to walk about 2 kilometers all the way down there. But I'm not going to bore you with the whole way there. I'm just going to walk there and I'll show you the entrance when we get there and the trees in the garden of Mr Suzuki-san. Suzuki-san is of course one of the most influential bonsai artists in Japan, and his museum is one of the gold standards for creating a bonsai museum also here in Japan. So it is really nice to be able to visit. Next to this, Mr Suzuki and his son will come to Belgium in a few weeks' time to do a demonstration at the Bonsai Trophy. As I will be moderating there again, it is for me a great opportunity to get to know his son, which I did 2 days ago at kokufu, and hopefully today Mr. Suzuki as well. It's not completely sure that he's going to be at the nursery because of course the kokufu is going on and he might be on the road with a few clients. And this is of course where the trees will be in summer, which is now empty. Such a shame. Ingenious protection for small garden plants against the snow. And the whole first courtyard where you enter the nursery. Shinji isn't here. There's a big event for the kokufu. There's the celebration of 100 kokufu, so he will be in at another time and not during this visit today, which is a shame. And as said, all the trees are inside, not outside because it's still too cold. But here in the greenhouse, it's 18 degrees. It's lovely. I should be taking off my sweater. But let's take a scroll through the trees and I'll show you a few of the trees, many of which you might have seen in my video about the kokufu already. Most of these trees in this greenhouse were at the first session of the kokufu. Here it's even labeled with this gorgeous deadwood. Japanese white pine, which was at the first kokufu, as well as the 100th kokufu, which was in the special exhibition section that I also showed in that video. So a large part of the trees that we saw in the kokufu actually are hosted here at this nursery. So there we go. The Cretaris, it's back at Mr Suzuki's nursery. Look at this massive collection of material here aligned on the benches. Outside it's indeed completely empty. All these big masterpieces here are stored for winter in a double plastic shelter. Look at that. You see how the pot was placed on, well, sort of a pallet made specifically for this tree for transport to and from the kokufu 10. Including this gorgeous Japanese maple with the nebari that I highlighted. And this pomegranate, twisty pomegranate. Such age, such ramification. And Pseudosidonia. And I'm looking here at the back of the tree, which of course I couldn't do during the exhibition because they were against the wall. Now I have the chance to show you that also the back sides look amazing. Everywhere you see these tiny little flowering Ganomeles, Choyobai, between much bigger trees. Hints of spring that are coming. Now this is a really big place. And there's lots and lots of trees, because those were just the trees from the kokufu. And these are the trees that are normally on show here outside. But as said, it's still very much winter here. In the greenhouse it's nice and warm. And as I enter this second greenhouse, the very nice smell of a flowering mume comes to me. And I think here we have the culprit. Look at that. So this is how they overwinter bonsai in Japan. In the areas where there's lots of snow and a risk of snowfall on the trees. Big plastic structures where all the trees go inside. So, as I said, it's warm inside. Outside there's still snow on the ground. It is starting to melt. But yeah, the nursery is still very much in winter mode here. It's very nice gardens you have here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And this just continues, right? Look at these choyobais here. Look at the ramification, but also look at this trunk. Take decades to grow trunks like this on choyobai. And it typically takes 30, 40 years before choyobai gets a crackled bark like this. All ready to go for spring. Another small mume. And this is one of my favorite species. A trident maple cascade root over rock. The sun is behind it, so it's hard to show you what is going on here. And this is just a whole row of these choyobais. One better than the next. And then hidden between tiny little trident maple forest. Standing on the gravel even without a pot here. Nice and humid. This looks like the workshop. Let's have a quick look around. A big rose waiting for work. You say rose with a trunk like that. There you go. Big repotting table for inspiration. So you've got the work area. And then here in the front, you have a little chute. And the chute then just leads to a wheelbarrow here underneath. With the main tools for the repotting right at hand. Substrate station. And a wiring station, which I assume is for the repotting. I don't think they'll work on the trees on this spot. And then some big trees all ready for spring. Big spruce, multi-trunk, laying flat on the ground into a big forest. Amazing. Nice bronzing of the foliage due to the cold. Will soon turn green again, as it is now in the greenhouse. Warming up. One of the things that's very clear is that the trees here are really of a spectacular different size from what I keep to myself and what most fans in Europe will keep privately. Very well-known tree.
Vale. Oh, guardali quelli, Funziona tutto il Vale. Hai visto male? Sì, mi cerco anche. Sì. Vale. Bestione mai.
And the good trees just continue, right? There's no end to amazing trees here. But this is one that's really, really special that's coming up now. This is a choyobine that won the kokufu prize a few years ago. Look at that. And I can just keep recording for hours. Won't do this to you. And of course, a bonsai nursery isn't a nursery without pots. And how many pots? Plenty of pots. Here also the display stands are empty because of the snow, with pots all the way to the end. Very big pots, and in the back lots of small pots. This is what I really like. These slender, tall, unassuming compositions. And there's another one here in the back. Well, and there you have it. Taikan Bonsai by Mr Suzuki in the middle of winter with all the trees in storage. I think it is quite an impressive place. I have to look where I'm walking every once in a while. But this was Jelle, growing bonsai. See you next time. Maybe at kokufu or at the workshop somewhere near you.